Hello everyone. Today, we're going to dive into the magical world of cinema and talk about some fascinating and surprising events that often remain behind the scenes. While films transport us to other worlds when we watch them, there are countless unforgettable stories, mishaps, and secrets hidden behind the set. Learning how scenes are shot and seeing the challenges behind a scene help us understand how demanding and creative the filmmaking process is. These stories, filled with tension on set, humorous moments, accidents, and surprises, will take us on a journey through some of the most intriguing events in cinema history. If you're ready, let's begin our journey into the fascinating behind-the-scenes stories of cinema. The Godfather, the horse's head scene. The horse's head scene in The Godfather is one of the most unforgettable and shocking moments in cinematic history. This scene is a crucial turning point that demonstrates how Don Vito Corleone handles his business. Here are some interesting facts and intriguing details about this scene. The content of the scene. The horse's head scene occurs after film producer Jack Woltz refuses to cast Johnny Fontane, a singer under the protection of Don Vito Corleone. Don Vito decides to help Johnny by sending a message to Woltz. When Woltz wakes up in his bed, he finds a severed horse's head next to him, symbolizing Don Vito's power and his willingness to go to extreme lengths. The scene was shocking and frightening for audiences. One of the most interesting details about this scene is that a real horse's head was used. Initially, a fake head was planned, but director Francis Ford Coppola was dissatisfied with it. So, the crew members found a horse scheduled to be euthanized from a dog food manufacturer. The head was delivered frozen with dry ice, and the scene was shot. The decision to use a real horse's head was made by the set designers to create a realistic effect. During the shoot, actor John Marley was not informed of this detail, and his natural fear was captured, creating one of cinema's most iconic scenes. Another interesting story involves Marlon Brando's unconventional methods during the filming of The Godfather. Brando often used unique techniques to prepare for his role as Don Vito Corleone. One of the most famous methods was the use of a prosthetic dental appliance to alter his character's physical appearance. Brando's eccentric lifestyle also influenced the atmosphere on set. The Crow, 1994. Brandon Lee's death. The Crow became infamous due to the tragic death of actor Brandon Lee during filming. Lee, the son of legendary martial artist and actor Bruce Lee, was fatally shot by a prop gun during an action sequence. The movie, directed by Alex Proyas, was adapted from the graphic novel by James O'Barr. Brandon Lee played Eric Draven, a character who is murdered and then returns as a ghost for revenge. In a particular scene, Lee's character is shot by a fake gun loaded with blank rounds. However, earlier in production, some of the blanks had been improperly loaded. This created a shrapnel effect, causing a piece of metal to shoot from the gun like a real bullet. When the gun was fired, this piece struck Brandon Lee in the abdomen, causing fatal internal injuries. Despite emergency treatment, Lee passed away at the hospital. Lee's death shocked Hollywood, and the production of The Crow was severely affected. However, the film was completed using special effects, digital technology, and stunt doubles to finish the remaining scenes. Brandon Lee's death and his performance turned the film into a cult classic. Following the incident, Hollywood implemented stricter safety regulations regarding the use of firearms on set to prevent similar tragedies. Twilight Zone. The movie, 1983. Vic Morrow's death. The 1983 film Twilight Zone. The movie is known for its tragic accident on set, which resulted in the deaths of actor Vic Morrow and two child actors. The movie, based on the famous TV series, consists of 4 different stories, each with a thrilling and eerie atmosphere. However, it will always be remembered for the fatal accident that occurred during filming. In the Time Out segment, Vic Morrow's character faces a chaotic scene involving a helicopter that fires guns and explodes. During filming, a technical malfunction caused the helicopter to veer off course. The pilot lost control during the explosion and gunfire, causing the helicopter to crash onto Morrow and 2 children, 6-year-old Micah Din-Lu and 7-year-old Renee Shin-E-chan. The helicopter's blades caused fatal injuries. After the accident, director John Landis and other crew members were investigated for negligence. and they were later charged with manslaughter. Although the court found them not guilty, the incident led to public outcry and debates about safety standards on film sets. This tragedy led to tighter regulations regarding the use of helicopters and dangerous stunts, as well as stricter safety protocols when working with child actors. The Omen, 1976, a series of misfortunes and accidents. The 1976 film The Omen, directed by Richard Donner, tells the story of the Antichrist's child and the series of ominous events surrounding his birth. However, the film is also known for the series of accidents and misfortunes that occurred during its production, leading some to believe the set was cursed. During filming, Gregory Peck, the lead actor, survived a plane crash while traveling to England for the shoot. Shortly afterward, director Richard Donner also narrowly escaped a plane disaster when his aircraft had an engine failure. Adding to the set's ill-fated reputation, Gregory Peck's son tragically committed suicide during the filming process. These events, along with other accidents, contributed to the belief that the set was cursed, even though Donner and Peck dismissed these ideas as mere coincidences. Despite the bad luck and tragedies surrounding its production, The Omen became a commercial success and remains a classic of horror cinema. The cursed rumors surrounding its making continue to be part of its legacy.